Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go through the palettes that I ended up putting in this drawer down here when I was doing my declutter. If you missed kind of that section in the videos, it was palettes that I wanted to keep, but stuff that I didn't necessarily think I was going to use. So it's going to go in the drawer over here. And then eventually it's stuff that could go on a shelf. A lot of my Jeffree Star stuff will probably end up there. His stuff I still use, especially when I'm comparing like Lamb Light stuff. So, but this is things I wasn't quite ready to get rid of, but I'm probably not going to reach for it to use it. So if you want to see what ended up in that pile, because I don't think I ever showed everything from that drawer. I just kind of was like, this is going to go in there, this is going to go in there. So I thought I would do a video showing everything that ended up in there. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and let's jump into the video. Okay, so I have a pile. This is not going to be in any particular order. I literally just took things out of the drawer and just piled it up. So the first thing was this palette that my mom had got me for Christmas. I think it's from like Hot Topic Box Lunch. One of those places. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not a bad palette. I did use it on camera. It's mostly, it looks shimmery, but it's all like overspray. So it's pretty much a matte palette, but it's one of those, it's a weird color story. So I will probably not use it, but I appreciate her getting it. So I'll keep it, but it doesn't need to be taking up real estate in the eyeshadow drawers. And then she also got me the highlighter set that they had. So there's a white one and a pink one. And these were actually really good highlighters. I just don't think I need them in my drawers necessarily. So, and these ones are pretty slim. I could put these back theoretically, but yeah, these worked really well. So those ended up in that drawer. Next we have this chilled. It's got, says it has cannabis sativa in it. I don't know if it actually does. My husband picked this out for me. I've never used this palette. It's got a couple of pressed glitters. Doesn't smell or anything. It's just, I've never used it. I swatched it, as you can see, like I swatched that shade, and I think I swatched that shade. Never used it. I have a hard time getting rid of stuff that he's picked out or bought for me, so decided I would keep it and just put it in the drawer. And then the same vein, I bought this when it went on sale because really it's the packaging. I do like the color story of this. It's a soft pinky neutral color story, but again, I've never reached for it. I've never used it. Again, it's not a bad color story and I do like neutrals. I just never reached for it. So, and this, if you've been a subscriber for a long time, it took me 3 times to get this palette intact. They had to send me 3 because they kept coming shattered because I was going through Ulta. So keep that. I've got some horror stuff like the Creature Cosmetics. I just don't like their eyeshadows. They're just mediocre, like 2016 formulas. Nothing to write home about. I like their packaging for stuff, but I much prefer their liquid lipsticks because they dry down completely and they have a lot of fun colors. I will say their formula runs a little bit dark, so when you look at the swatches on their website, plan on it being like a shade darker than that when it dries down. And I like their complexion, like their cheek, like their blush and bronzer, like their face palettes. I have a bunch of face palettes. I just don't like their eyeshadow, so I never bought any more of these little monster baby ones, but Frankenstein is my favorite monster, so we'll keep him. I'm just probably never going to use him. We'll go here. So this again is a highlighter. This was from Storybook Cosmetics. This was in conjunction with Lionsgate. It's got the trademarking on the back, but Storybook Cosmetics is no longer in existence. They had some huge scandals. The company went out of business. This is the Girl on Fire shade. They did 3 highlighters for the Hunger Game movies. I was blanking what it was called. This is the champagne one. They did a white one that I think had silver packaging and a pink one that was in like rose gold packaging. I like the champagne color. It's just really subtle. Like it doesn't look bad, but when you, and it's not because it's older, it always looked like that. Like it's a little bit of a glow, more of a lit from within, but I have a couple of subtle highlighters that I like better than this, and it's heavy. Like this is hefty metal packaging, but I don't want to get rid of it. I do like it. There was a lot of people online that I saw that just got rid of their storybook stuff with everything that was going on. I still have my Burn Book eyeshadow palette by them too. I got rid of the, I think it was Brer Rose one, and I had another smaller one. I got rid of those. I keep the Burn Book for packaging. It's on display. Otherwise that would probably be in this drawer too. But again, I'm not reaching for it. It's kind of bulky. It was taking up room, so it ended up in the drawer. The Nightmare Before Christmas from Wet n Wild. This was not a bad palette. I got this for Christmas last year. Again, it's kind of a weird color story. I don't know if this is one that I'm going to be reaching for a lot. I can still use them if they're in this drawer. So it's one that I may reach for. Like this shade was weird. I had trouble with that shade. The rest of the palette worked fine, but I figured it would go in there. Another one, I bought this. This is one of the Scare Card palettes because Mike Wazowski is my husband's favorite monsters. Like that's his favorite Disney character. So, and it's, again, it's kind of a weird color story. The formula on this isn't great, but it's cute. I like the inside has the, like the card, the character information, like it's an actual Scare card. So that, the highlighter is a subtler highlighter, kind of like this one, but I do use that from time to time. So that highlighter stayed in the drawer. We'll go, the rest of these are all horror after this. My Little Pony palette, this was in collaboration with Pure when the movie came out years ago in 2017. My daughter has gotten into My Little Pony, so that's the reason I sought this out on Poshmark. I wish it had the sleeve because that had like the fun, colorful characters on it, but this is very 2016 formula. Again, nothing to write home about. It still works. I just don't think I'm going to be reaching for it. I just, like I said, I got it like for like $5 on Poshmark because my daughter's like My Little Pony, so that ended up in the drawer. And then I have two Dark and Glam palettes. The one that I use the most is the Haunted Mask inspired Goosebumps palette. They did two. They did Say Cheese and Die, and they did the Haunted Mask. I never got Say Cheese and Die. That was a more red toned, but that is a more cohesive color story. Like this is the Conjuring Universe palette. I like the formula on the shimmers in here. They're like duo chromes, but again, it's kind of a weird assortment of mattes. I don't reach for this a whole lot, so, but I like the packaging. This would go on a shelf. And like I said, I can still use it. It doesn't need to be in my eyeshadow drawer. The other one is the Creep Show. I got this in a mystery bundle when it was the first thing I ever ordered from them. And I don't have a problem with this color story. This is a very winter-esque color story. It's just not a color story that I found myself gravitating towards. I have used it, but it's not one that I find myself reaching for. So again, like the packaging, don't want to get rid of it, but doesn't need to be over there. And then the last one, this is like the thorn in my side. You've heard me like trash this palette. Like this is probably one of the worst eyeshadow palettes I've ever used in my life, and that's saying something. Like it's made me not want to use it because I only used like the green and this like camely color and the shimmer. Like this was one of the driest shadows. I did buy it like a year after it came out. I got it on sale, but it wasn't old at the time. Like it should have worked better. I've wanted to revisit this and try the reds, but I just like had such an atrocious experience that it makes me not want to use it at all. Like I said, this was one of the worst shades. The look came together at the end, but it was a journey to get there. That video is still up on my channel. And again, this is not anything to write home about. The shimmers in here are just basic metallics, nothing special. And the mattes are, a lot of them are dry and patchy. I just looking at it, I don't have high hopes for this shade or that shade. So it's made me never want to like revisit this. So, but because it's Nightmare on Elm Street, I will keep it. It just, I can understand why this was on sale when I bought it. So yeah, that is everything that ended up in my keepsake drawer, we'll call it. So yeah, let me know what you thought about what ended up there. Again, it's stuff, some of the stuff is still good and can be used. It just, I don't reach for it. So moved it over to another drawer. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye everybody.